From the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. And in motion, it's Diggs. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man. It's Diggs. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Patriots first down.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. I mean, you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences. It's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early 3rd down and be able to pick up the first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second and inches. They're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
To throw on first down is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, here's May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Henderson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Austin Hooper was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Pats are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll run it, and it's the USC man, Woody Marks. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A pickup of 21 on that connection. It's good for a Texans 1st down. Schultz, the motion man. They'll go play action with Stroud. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
They'll run with Marks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play. 1st down for Houston.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. They'll run straight ahead with Marks. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 3. Stroud. They'll try to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
4th down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will tie the game at 3 apiece. Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to possess the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. On 1st and 10, here's May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll find the rookie 3rd-round pick, Kyle Williams. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. It's a pickup of 12. First down, New England.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The Texans have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And, Greg, you talked about it. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. May to throw on 2nd down. He'll go underneath to Henderson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Here's May. So a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. 3-all is the score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. On 4th down, Bryce Behringer out to punt for New England. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And we'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready for their Second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carry now for Marks. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Stroud. That's taken in by Marks. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Back to throw, Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. It is a big-time play for Houston. A gain of 66 yards.
It was really nothing fancy that time, Mike. It was just, all right, line up and run as fast as you can. And once he got behind the defense, that ball came out quick and on time, and now they find themselves in plus territory.
Good blocking, and he's in. Woody Marks. Touchdown, Texans.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Texans take a 10-3 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. The return starts from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on 2nd down. May. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. operating from the shotgun. It's May. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Patriots first down. A run, and this is Henderson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once more, it's Henderson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take them down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
3rd and long. Now, May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 17 yards on that connection. First down, New England.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Here's May to throw it on first down. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 13-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
You know, Mike, this is why they teach these guys to never give up on a run. There was multiple times there that he could have taken what he got, go down with the tackle, and live to play another day. But he kept fighting, broke free, and then look at the play that resulted. Huge gain.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second down, they need 7. To throw now, May. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. Throwing on 3rd down is May. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Payshawn Boutte. Touchdown, New England.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Pats will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's caught. It's the tight end, Cade Stover. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 32 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
He was trying to connect with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. It's second down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath, but give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
A second down throw for Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help.
That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans go up by 7. It is now 17-10. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Patriots offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
On second down, it's May. Whoa, and he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Patriots first down.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similarly.
May now on first and 10. Trip pass caught by Henry, the tight end. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Throw again is May. He's across midfield. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
2nd and 10. Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. They'll run. It's Henderson. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout to talk things over before 3rd down. To throw is May. He's got Douglas going deep, and that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Texans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll step up and run. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. Here's 2nd and 2. Stroud going to set up to throw. Over the middle. He's got the tight end, Schultz. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 2nd down, Stroud. On the run to the right. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Stroud. Now, screen set up for Marks. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Back deep is Marcus Jones. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Big Sheldon Rankins in there for the stop. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, it's May. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's May. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Whoa! And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Schultz, the motion man. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Schultz, the motion man. Throwing on second down. Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
It is 3rd and long. Schultz, the motion man. Throwing is Stroud. The finest big target, the tight end Stover. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he'll bring this to about the 25. That's Henry Toto on the tackle. It is 2nd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
Here's May. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Patriots ready for the punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Higgins sent in motion. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the carry.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Schultz, the motion man. Here's Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. It's good for a Texans first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Stroud quickly out to Collins. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he is going to have a Texans first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches. Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of gain.
Ooh. And he'll spin his way forward for a gain of about 4. Third and 5. To throw, it's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
On the ground, it's Marks. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league, and he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
To throw is Stroud. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Let the fullback try to power it home. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Jack Gibbons gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Stroud to throw. And he's got another one. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. Whoa! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. They'll go play action with May. There's a short one to Hooper. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here is Henderson. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Stevenson will get the call to start the 4th quarter. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, New England.
Can't imagine it's very fun tackling a guy like this, Mike, when he gets a full head of steam. Great vision, the physicality to finish the run through contact. And I think defensively, they're just happy they were able to get him on the ground.
There he goes again. And he will score. Game on. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
No problem there on the extra point. And the Patriots back within 7. It's 24-17. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On the RPO, it's a throw, and it's Higgins. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll run with Marks. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Schultz, the motion man. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. This one down the field, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Patriots offense ready for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 4. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll run. Stevenson. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, so this just really comes down to really good defense. You can tell the quarterback's trying to target something downfield, and when they take that away, typically there's something underneath, but they had all levels of the coverage accounted for, and that was a really nice job.
Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Texans offense about ready to take over once more. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Higgins sent in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. A second down throw for Stroud. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Schultz, the motion man. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 31 yards.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver. And in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
On first down, it's Marks. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, Stroud. To the left side into the hands of Collins. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Texans. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. Off the play fake, here's May. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively in there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. That's into the hands of Diggs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun. It's May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And with that incompletion, it brings up a critical third down. I think before anything else, you've got to let everyone know that you're in 4-down territory. A field goal here, it does you no good, so you have to approach this almost like it's second down.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have two defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball fell incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
They're going. It's May, and that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll run with Marks, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
So now Drake May and the Patriots down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's going to be marked down up around the 33. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he'll just throw that one away, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
They'll drop to throw. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds. Here comes 2nd down. May to throw again. Has completed to Douglas. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. May to the air once more. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. Here's a 2nd and 6. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Here's May again. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. They come to the line, needing 6 yards for a first down. Throwing on 3rd down is May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. New England going to take their 2nd timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Throw again is May. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Here's May. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Escaping, and this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Borregales now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Pats will cut the deficit to 7. A 1-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read. seemingly every time. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the foghorn to signal it's time for football. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Primetime.